Yo, what's up guys? Today we are back with another video. Today we will be discussing about question set 17. In the previous video we have discussed about question set 16. So if you didn't watch the video, let me give you a brief, let me explain briefly what's going on here. So there is a college called Kalavira Junior College, and we have to design a database and keep records of the student exam marks of the students grades are the students are in grade 11. And yeah, to do that we have to create 4 new tables called student, class, subject and exam term. So this is the question set 16. So this is the ER diagram of the question set 16: student, subject, exam term and class tables. And yeah, the question, let me just pause the video right here and read the question set 17. I recommend you to do that. I think you have done that. So let's jump right into the first question. The first question suggests that we have to create a relationship between first student and the subject table. And can this relationship be in database? So there are like 2 questions. So let's first identify what is the relationship between a student and the subject table. So here's some notepad I have created to give you an idea. So suppose these are 3 students, Sanu, Mahima and Pasindu. So the school has 3 subjects. I simplified. Actually this school has 9 subjects, but I have for the simplicity sake I had taken only 3 subjects. So suppose there are 3 subjects called history, Sinhala and Buddhism. And yeah, so each student must study all of these subjects. So Sanu must study history, Sinhala and Buddhism. Same goes to Mahima and Pasindu. They should also study history, Sinhala and Buddhism. And vice versa, history, when we take a look at his subject history, this is studied by Mahima, Pasindu and Sandun and all the other students in the school. So yeah, same goes to Sinhala and Buddhism. So one subject is studied by many students, and one student has to study many subjects. So that's the main logic. So this is like a man-to-man relationship which we call in database. So this in MySQL this relationship doesn't exist, but there is an option right here which creates a man-to-man relationship, which we call it, but actually only one-to-many relationships are created. 2 one-to-many relationships are created with a brand new table. So let me show you this. You have to click here to make a man-to-many relationship, and you have to just select these 2 tables, and a new table will be created from a student table. There is a one-to-many relationship to the new tables, and from the subject table there is a one-to-many relationship to the student has subject table. So these 2 columns will be these 2 records will be repeated. So the records in these 2 columns will be repeated. So we have to uncheck these boxes. The primary key, we have to make this. So unchecking this will make the relationships non-identified. So which we have to keep in mind. And that both completes first and the second questions. So let's jump right into the third question. Third question suggests that this newly created table must be renamed as student exam mark record. So let me just copy this and click on this and rename this. student exam mark record. Yeah, and that finishes the third question. And the fourth question suggests that we have to create a relationship between student exam mark record, which is the newly created table, and exam term table. So this is the table. Yeah, so we have to identify what type of relationship exists between these two. So again, I will go to my trusty notepad right here. So suppose this is the student exam mark record table. So in exam, when we consider the exam table, there is a term name. So there is a term each year. There are three terms, such as first term, second term, and third term. So in student has to write every subject in the school in one term. So he has to write first term test in history, Sinhala, and Buddhism in the first term. He has to write second term test regarding first he has to write history, Sinhala, Buddhism subjects in second term, and in third term he has to write history, Sinhala, Buddhism in third term. I have taken only 3 subjects, but in actuality there are like 9 subjects. So yeah. This creates records like here. So let me explain what this is. So for the first record, so this 1 and 1 and 30. So this is how the records will be added. So in first, so this ID, so this first test that this one indicates that this is Sandun. So Sandun writes history in first term test, and he has gained like 30 marks. So Sandun writes his Sinhala in first term test and gain 60 marks. Sandun write Buddhism in first term test, and he has received 90 marks for Buddhism. The same, this can be this also applies to the other students, Mahima and Pasindu. And the second term test, Sanun has to write these 3 subjects and gain vice versa. He has gained this 30, 60 and 90. So that's that. So this suggests that this student exam mark record shall contain 3 terms from only one student. So this side is only multiplying. So it's like a 1-to-many relationship, which one being here. Sorry. Okay, what happened? So this is the one side and this is the M side. So this is the non-repeating side and this is the repeating side. Yeah, so we have to select the repeating side and then select the non-repeating side. So yeah, and okay, and we have come to the final question 6. Question 6 states that we have to create a relationship between student and class table. So student, let me bring these 2 tables together. So again I will go to my trusty notepad. So suppose there are 2 classes such as class A and class B. Sadun's class is class A, Mahima and Pasindu's class are class B. So when we take a look at here, class A contains on from the student side, Sadun's class is class A, Mahima's class is class B, and Pasindu's class is class B. So that's that. But from the class side, it is class A contains class A has Sandhu, class B has Mahima and Pasindu. So that's the logic goes into creating this. So the main logic simplified is students student can have one student can have only one class, and vice versa. Not vice versa. When we take a look at from the class side, one class can have many students. So that's that. So this is the so this is the non-repeating side, and this is the repeating side from the student side. So you have to first select the non-repeating side. Sorry, you have to first select the repeating side and then the non-repeating side. So this is the finalized database of this question. So I hope you understood it. So now we have to forward engineer this. Go to data, select database, and go to forward engineer, select forward engineer, and don't change any of this. Click just click next, and yeah, I think we need refresh. I don't think since we haven't inserted any data, so I think you don't see relationships. So yeah, I think that wraps up the video. So thank you guys for watching, and peace. See you again next time. I have just forgot to add a primary key to this table, so I will call ID column, which will auto increment each time we add a new record. So just check primary key and select auto increment from here, and yeah, so this is the table. I have to forward engineer this. Okay, so question 5 states that you should add a column name mark to student exam mark records. So just open here and double click on the table and click type mark, change the data type to number, which means this will contain a float value, and you have to check the not null value, and yeah, and you just synchronize this.